So this is a Edward Seago painting here, and I've done lots of master studies of Edward Seago, one of my favourite painters. He painted in watercolours and oils, all sorts of subjects, and I think he must have lived fairly close to this scene here, because he's painted it many, many times in watercolour and in oils. And I know that because I've done a lot of his similar paintings, master studies. Great way to learn. So I'm going to approach this in a way I think he may have been painting this out on location. Very quick, and I like doing these studies because they are going to be quite quick and the sort of thing we could do in half an hour, 25 minutes maybe. It's not a race, take as long as you need to take, but the idea is to practice nice loose brushwork, painting confidently, and I think that's the key. A scene like this will look great if it's painted confidently. It can not have the same effect if you end up being very laboured with the work you're doing. So let's get the sky colour. So I've got titanium white, primary yellow, red oxide, use burnt sienna, cobalt blue, and viridian. So again, it's a great opportunity to just try some different colours I don't normally use. So that's a lot more grey than I thought, and I think we've got some really nice warm oranges in here and a very muted grey in the sky here. This is, for me, how it's got to be painted. Quick, confident. We're not looking at replicating what Seago's got here exactly. It's very abstract, his brush marks here, so that would actually be very difficult to do anyway. And probably pretty much pointless trying to make an exact copy. Not the exercise here. It's a great way to perhaps find your own brushwork, your own style. So much warmer over this side. Lighter and a bit warmer. A bit warmer up there. Not blending on the canvas, but painting one shape into the next shape. But the important thing is having the light areas where you're going to need them for the maximum contrast, light against dark. Fussing about, because that's what happens, you lose your light. So I shall paint the water area down here. Back into that blue down here. And it won't be until I get those darks in that this will look how it should. Wipe that back and just get a bit of warmth in there. Quite like that bit of warmth there. So that's the canvas pretty much covered. I don't know whether Seago used a fan brush, but I quite like using a fan brush. So the red and the green will create like a dark brown. So that probably will work quite well for here. I think I want to steer it warm. Got a tree there. And what I notice here is edges. It's got soft edges here. A few harder edges on that tree there. Much darker. And that's going to give a strong contrast, light against dark. And then this bridge, which goes across there, which then gives us this tree. Goes off there. Use a rigger, not the right brush for that, but a few little suggestion of leaves and so on. Again, it's dark against light, a little bit warmer. And blue mixed with the red gives us a nice dark. So overhanging tree there, a few sky holes. And another vertical there. So that's going to give us a reflection. And in there. On a scene like this, the darks are really important. We're going to make sure we get those right. So I'll just take another brush, the blue and the green, a bit of that brown. It doesn't have to be pitch black, no, just a good strong dark. So post there. And this is where not messing about with it too much like he's done, just put that mark down, leave it. Use a slightly smaller brush, to use a rigger, and nice and confidently there's that bridge. And just look at the darks, use the darks to help the viewer's eye travel through the painting. Maximum contrast. And if you're not getting the colours you want, just add another colour. You could add some of the Zion Crimson if you wanted to get something more red in here, but I'm purposely restricting my palette so I can learn more about this red oxide, Viridian, sort of colours I don't often use. See how they mix. Yeah, and look at marks like that, nice and confident. Just need more warmth over this side. Using the bristle brush, this is a filbert, and just using the side of it just to drag that warm paint on there. Just a suggestion of light hitting whatever. And perhaps a bit cooler over this side. Hopefully you're enjoying this video. I thought I'd let you know that I've got some other channels you might not know. That I've got a watercolor channel, an oil painting channel, and a channel called Robert Me Art World where I share all sorts on there: drawings, line and wash, and gouache. And I've also got a channel called Fine Art du Vigile, and on there I've showcased some of my art, and also I've done some walk around videos in France when I'm looking for things to paint, etc. So there might be some things of interest in those videos for you. So don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help my channel out. I appreciate that, and I shall keep bringing you lots of free content. And if you want to support the channel, the best way to do that is go to my website, www.workshops.com, and join as a tier 2 member. And also in return for the support, you get access to hundreds of videos, and we also have a live stream a couple times a month where we can have a bit of a chat and paint along together. So let's go on with the video. Thanks for watching. Let's go. Just something there just to let us know there's a water's edge. And if you put into Pinterest or whatever, or to Google Edward Seago, you'll be amazed how many paintings there are. You know, if you decided to learn to paint by just copying Edward Seago, which is kind of what I did really, you will never run out of paintings to paint. Unbelievable the amount of paintings he's done. I can get that dark in there, but I've got to the point now where I've got so much paint on the panel here now, it's getting a bit tricky. So that's the time to lay that paint on and move on to the next one. A bit more solid around that tree there. It's all about making light, and that's putting dark against light paint. And creating these like sky holes, and that'll do. Thank you, Edward Seago, for another master painting for us to copy, to learn from. But very simple palette, quite nice warm oranges here, a very muted blue, works really well, really brings that orange out. Strong contrast, light against dark, draws your eye here. Very confident, simple brushwork. You know, it looks like a mess up close, but we'll step back from it and it'll all come together. So there you go. Seago shows us if we've got a good composition, the lights and darks in the right place, you don't need to have much detail, and there's no detail there at all really. It's, I say, it's all about design and contrast and colour harmony, I think, for this scene. So give it a go, good luck, and I'll see you on the next video. There you go. Good luck with your painting. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and if you enjoyed this video, you'll love this one.